Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do a general Aries to Pisces. This is totally impromptu. I just decided to do it. Figured it'll be fun just to have one done. I just did the book review, or the tool review of this book called Good Magic by Marina Medici. So I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and we'll do an Aries to Pisces. And we'll see what pops up. This is an encyclopedia, if you will, of white magic and other various spiritual practices. It does have some history in it. So I figure the best way to apply this is follow your sun, your moon, and your rising, okay? And it would be suggestive. Perhaps there is some element specific to it, and that might be applicable to you at this time, or that might give you a good idea, or it might inspire you for something else, or it might be confirmation of something you've been doing, or something along those lines, okay? So let me just get it together. I haven't done this yet. This will be fun. All right, here we go. All right, Aries to Pisces. Let's see what general guidance, confirmation, hint, hint, nudge, nudge from the universe through Good Magic by Marina Medici. Sun, moon, rising for Aries, please. Spirit. All right. The numbers you have out are 2, and I think we can fit those right there. Okay. 11, okay. And 5. So I'm feeling whatever's on page 2. I'm going to move that. 225, okay? All right, here we go. So 225 might be significant for you at this time as well, okay? On page 225, in the section called Enchanted World, it is part of the Finding Your Own Power spell, healing spell, okay? So this might have something to do with you reclaiming your energy or calling back your power or just strengthening your solar plexus, okay? Make yourself ready for magic, complete yourself, and call fire. You will have the stone ready by you so that after calling the power, you can take it in your left hand and hold it close to the flames of the burner, so that the warm light of fire can shine on the stone and heat up its spirit and magic. Pronounce your wish, speaking it out loud in a strong and clear voice, while in most incantations the words are pronounced softly. In this one, it is required to speak up loud and clear. You may want to say something very simple, such as, "Give me the strength and clarity to be myself and to stand by myself." Or make up one of your own rhymes for a long spell. But for the tiger's eye incantation, it is above all required that you find your own way to express what you need and want. It can be the simplest or the most complicated way of expressing it, as long as it is your own. There you go, Aries. All right, Taurus, Unmoon Rising. Let's see what Spirit wants you to hear from Good Magic by Marina Medici. All right. You have 1, okay? You have 4, and you have 11. So those numbers might be significant to you. And I'm feeling page 52, actually. All right, let's see what's on page 52 for you. All right. This is from the section called Preparing for Magic. So there may be some preparations here. And the section is about the wind, okay? So you may be dealing with an air sign. The west wind. It is moist and fertile. Its element is water and the color blue. It is a gentle, soothing wind, which eases aches and pains both physically and emotionally. It is good to use it, therefore, as a background to healing magic, cleansing and fertility magic. Needless to say, all love magic cannot be, but be helped by this soft presence. Ooh, it talks about 3 of the winds. Okay, we'll do that. The south wind. It is hot and dry and very powerful. Its element is fire, and its color red. It can help any kind of magic to which it will give an added boost of strength. When fear is the problem, the south wind with his fiery presence can be a real boost. In the warmth it creates, fear loses his cold grip, and soon enough, even the coldest of hearts is melting. The east wind. It comes from oriental lands of light. It is a cold, dry, bracing wind. Its color is white, and the corresponding element is air. It is fresh and stimulating and clears the mind. It is a wind for new starts, improvements, and changes. All matters related to the intellect can be helpful by an east wind. It also helps travel and communication. Combining together these elements can be difficult, but if you do it, you can achieve an extremely powerful background to your practices. For example, you are preparing a magic to aid a new love, which needs gentle boosting. You will have a perfect environment if you could choose for your magic a time when the moon is waxing, a west wind is blowing, and it is at sunrise. There you go, Taurus. Have a good one. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what guidance pops up through this good magic book. All right, we have the number 6, the number 9. So your birthday could be June 9th. And 4. Or it could be on the 4th. Or it could be September. Or any combination thereof. Okay. All right, so I'm feeling page 154. All right. Let's see what we got. Ooh, we're going to be learning, which one is this? It's a big section about the rose flower and how to use it. Very nice. To prepare a full incantation with roses, prepare yourself in the usual way and call the powers. Depending on the element answering you, you will choose the appropriate magic. You might write a spell and place it under the rosebud. You wait until it is totally open. At the moment, the magic will be accomplished. You might burn rose essence or bathe in rose petals, or if you have more time and you want a really special magic, wait for all the right factors to be present, the moon, the winds, etc. Plant a seed and wait till the first flower blossoms. The last one is good to do when starting a new love affair. The rose plant will mirror and protect your new love. Nourishing it and feeding it, and watching it grow tall and full of flowers you'll be caring for, and looking at your own love life. It will carry you through in times of misunderstanding. When watching the plant still beautiful and rich, you know there will be nothing to worry about, and it will warn you if there is something wrong. If the plant looks like it needs water or medicines or a different lighting, you will be aware of your relationship needs even before they manifest themselves in conflicts. Practical information. There are over 100 species of roses which are found wild, and they are also wildly cultivated all over the world. Red roses are considered best for medicinal uses, as astringents, gastric, for headaches, for sore throats, as a heart and nerve tonic, and as a blood purifier. There you go, Gemini. Have a good one. All right, Cancer. Let's see what random advice from this book might be suggestive for something for you at this time. Sun, Moon, Rising. All right. You have 10. You have 4. And you have 11. And I am feeling page 142. All right. Oh, and lucky for you, on page 142, what you have is a field of sunflowers. So that may be significant for you at this time. Let's go ahead and find something for you to read on the page before, okay? Inverted in 142. Let's see, 141. Here we go. Just seeing all the ones right there, right? All about the sunflower. All right. Helanthus comes from the Greek word Ilios, sun, and anthos, flower, that is flower of the sun. Annus means annual. Helaniathus, annos is the official Latin name. In Europe, the sunflower was grown for the first time in 1562 in the royal garden of Madrid from seeds imported from Peru and Mexico, where Atahualpa, Lapa, the king god of the Incas, had his symbol as a solid gold sunflower. In fact, the Incas believed the sunflower to have magical properties because of its geometrical perfection. The world-famous Bach flower remedies advises the use of the sunflower for balancing out the ego and restoring self-esteem. Magical uses. This flower is definitely worth some study. Its dimensions, its behavior, it follows the sun during the course of the day, and its history make it quite impressive. You should learn to respect its strength and to use it carefully in magic. Its energy is strong, vital, and male. It issues courage and action. Use them to give added strength to an incantation if it is an active expanding one. If you are a woman, they are also very appropriate in invoking the presence of a man into your life if you want a very strong one. Sunflower is also good to use when one's self-image is somewhat distorted in reflecting a person who is feeble and unable to take on any of life's trials. For example, you are faced with a situation which is particularly taxing. Maybe you've lost your job or are alone to support your children. Certainly it's not easy, but if you just collapse and whine to all your friends and relatives and do nothing positive, the situation will only drag on endlessly. You need to unsheathe all your reserves of strength and willpower. Tell yourself that you will succeed and think of nothing else. If you have a voice inside which repeats, "I will never make it," we're not going to go very far. In this case, do sunflower magic. If you can, wait for a south wind to raise, prepare yourself for magic and call the powers. You will have a few dry petals of the sunflower ready. If you can have a fresh flower, so much the better. Call the power of fire and throw the petals into the fire. As they burn, with your imagination, see the flames start at your toes and work their way up through your legs to your belly and chest. Feel how they are warming your body up, and by freeing it from fear, they are releasing strength and determination. The flames rise through to your head and leave from the top of your head. They leave your mind clear and set. You will know how to face the task at hand, taking one thing at a time, without letting your mind wander on the possible downfalls. Practical information. Originally from Peru, sunflower was introduced in Europe around 1600. It is now widely cultivated for its seed production, but also for its use as an ornamental plant. Its seeds and flower tops are also used medicinally. The tops are obtained in August and September, gathering the lateral capitulums. The big central capitulums are cut in October at ripening time. Those are the big flower buds, right? The seeds are then shelled out of them. The flower tops are hung to dry in the shade in a well-aired place. The seeds are laid out in a dry place. Both are then kept in bags of paper or linen. The seeds are good for nervous conditions and headaches and colds. The tops are diuretic and aid the digestion. There you go. Have a good one. All right, Leo. Let's see what guidance, sun, moon, rising from Good Magic for you. Everything's been so different. I love it. All right. First one out, you have the number 9. You have 9 again, so 9's maybe significant at this time. And 1. And I'm feeling page 91. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. This is all about in your magic. This whole section, I don't think it's just growing your herbs. Yes, this is all about seeds, seeding, and cutting. So this may have some significance for you. You might be planting seeds or prepping, seeds to start some new project or something, right? All right. Within a seed, all the possibilities of your plant are already present, so that when you are seeding for magic, you are undertaking a most important action, something to be done with great reverence. Every plant has its own seeding time, which must be adhered to. Until that time, keep your seeds for magic in a muslin bag tied with silk. Each bag must contain seeds of one species only. Moreover, you can also separate those seeds which you are going to use for a particular purpose. For example, if you're going to use some particular herbs in an incantation to help conceive a baby girl, you will unite all the bags containing the seeds of the relevant herbs in one bigger bag of the appropriate color, in this case pink, and you will add to the bag whatever other spells or amulets you want to use. Make sure that all your seeds are healthy before you plant them. A healthy seed is dry, hard, quite large, and of good lustrous color. If it has ridges or spots, don't use it, as you can imagine what disastrous effect a spoiled plant could bring to your incantations. It is used to be said that witches would gather and seed their plants in darkness on full moon night when practicing white magic, or on a black moon night when they were up to no good. In fact, planting a seed in the earth while the full moon shines upon you can be a very romantic and fascinating operation. However, whether you seed during the day or during the night, always choose a period when the moon is waxing, as this helps all growing matters. All seeds should be consecrated before seeding. And there's a whole consecration thing. And that's it. There you go. Have a good one. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that means something for you, gives you some insight, gives you direction, confirmation, etc. All right, Virgo, let's see what you got here from Good Magic for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. We have number 11. These numbers may be significant to you at this time. We have a 5. And we have a 9. Oh, since I said 6, maybe. I did see it first as 6 without seeing the dot. So, 79. That was tough. 79 and 259 were battling it out. 79 won. Ooh, and I can see why. All right. 79, you have a chart about herbs, flowers, and stones with regards to the elements, okay? And what the best action with each one is, okay? So this may mean that you're preparing for something and trying to figure out the right time and environment to do it in at this time, right? And you have a lot of choices. So my suggestion is just pick something that seems the easiest for you to do, right? Take the path of the least road traveled, so to speak, okay? As well as what you have on hand, whatever resources you need at this time, whatever you've got, go work with that, okay? That's what it seems like to me. You could be dealing with dreams, bonfire, bathroom, nature, visualization, sun, seaside, routine actions, spell, candle, well, or keeping, okay? You could be dealing with herbs, flowers, stones, air, fire, water, or earth, okay? So it could be a combination of a lot of things. And there's a lot of suggestions there. So I'll give you a few, okay? We'll just pick one for each type, okay? We got herbs, flowers, and stones here. For herbs, I'm picking fire, bonfire. Burn the herbs while you pronounce your bidding and hold it in your mind, okay? Flowers, water, seaside. Throw the flower in the sea or water, of course, expressing your wish. Stones, earth, keeping. Keep the stone on your body and in a pouch for the required time, sort of as a talisman. Okay, so any of these may be an indication of what you're going through. You might have so many different choices, okay? So I would do what you have on hand and do the easiest road, okay? Don't overcomplicate, it may be tempting to do all of the things and do extra, right? But keep it simple. Whatever you're trying to accomplish right now, keep it simple, okay? There you go. 79 and what was it, 259? There may be a battle between one larger thing and a smaller thing. And maybe the task is, do I do the larger thing or the smaller thing, right? It could be 2 people, 2 situations, 2 circumstances, 2 options. And 79 won. Okay, so there you go. All right, Libra, let's see what guidance Spirit has for you through the Good Magic book by Marina Medici at this time. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, you have 2 7s, so 7s may be significant to you at this time. And you have a 9. Okay, so 7s and 9s may be significant. 779. You have the months of July and September there, the 7th, the 9th. And I am feeling 149. Okay. Let's see what's on page 149. On 149 is a beautiful picture of Marina and her husband being loving. And this is all to talk about in your magic garden regarding jasmine. So I'll go ahead and read about jasmine. Jasmine. Jasminum officinale. Jasmine takes its name from the Persian word yasamin. Its place of origin is not known for sure, but it's most likely Persia. In China, where it had been known since the 3rd century AD, it is considered a foreign plant. For the Chinese, the jasmine was a symbol of womanly sweetness. It was certainly well known to ancient Greeks and Romans. In the 1st century AD, Dioscorides mentions it in the Materia Medica, saying that Persians used it to perfume the air at banquets. It is said that a few drops of jasmine oil massaged on the body with some almond oil helps overcome frigidity. Try to say that 10 times fast. All right. And that dreaming of jasmine is supposed to portend good fortune, especially in love. Magical uses. The little intensely scented jasmine has to be the flower of sensual love, of pleasure, of the joys of the senses, of enduring physical attraction between two people. Having this flower around, smelling its scent, looking at the fragile little white flower which is so strong in its smallness and prettiness, cannot fail to do good. If you're a woman, it will put you in touch with your feminine sexual instincts, your desire to feel well in yourself and to look good and to enjoy this dance of the polarity of existence. Use jasmine then when you want to feel more attractive, when a love is new or sweet, or when it's old and mature but wants to find again the sweetness of its beginning. Use jasmine in incantations for those who have difficulty in opening themselves to the pleasure of the senses, those who are unaware of the beauty and sexiness of their own body. If the case is serious, and there is a real problem of dislike for one's own physical form, make it stronger by using it in conjunction with herbs and or perhaps stones. It is a good flower to also use if you are doing magic for a man who wants to find a new love. This flower will open his heart to a new feminine presence in his life. Practical information. Jasmine is a plant indigenous to the warm parts of the Eastern Hemisphere, and now also cultivated in gardens in South America or Southern America. The flowers are used as a sedative according to old herbals. In India, it is used as a remedy for snake bite. There you go, Libra. Hopefully that helps. All right, Scorpio, let's see what Spirit has for you through Good Magic by Marina de Medici. Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, the numbers you got are 12, 10, and 7. So those may be significant for you at this time. I'm feeling page 47. All right, let's see what's on page 47 for you. If I can find it. It may be a bit of a struggle. Oh, another beautiful image. This one I think is a lake. Gorgeous reflection from the sunset there and some boats in the background. So this may be indicative of something for you. Let's see what chapter this is. Preparing for magic, and it's all about sunrise and sunset. Okay, here we go. But it is especially when night and day meet at sunrise and sunset that miracles can happen. It is those times which you must treasure for magic. If you have not done it before, stay awake once all night and watch the darkness slowly open to reveal misty forms and colors, and then watch how suddenly the first rays of sun break through and burst everything into subtle life. You cannot fail to notice the magical quality of those moments. Be prepared to work your magic, and then you will be able to channel and use the energy released by the waking earth. You must be ready, though. You will only get a cold if you're nodding off, half frozen in front of an open window at 4 a.m. Set your alarm well before sunrise and prepare yourself carefully. Your sacrifices will surely be rewarded. An example of a morning ritual is in part 3 of this book. All kinds of magic can benefit greatly by being performed in the sunrise hour. And especially this is the time for incantations regarding new beginnings, for finding a new love, a new job, or even a new direction in life. To regain hope and trust in the future after having suffered a bad time, to regain health after an illness, and to heal after a broken heart. For sunrise, as for sunset magic, it is good to be outside or in some way in contact with nature, sitting on your patio or balcony or in front of an open window. Remember, always to be facing east, for the east sees the rising of the sun. And we're just going to leave it at the sunrise because that sounds amazing to me. All right. There you go, Scorpio. Off to new beginnings, right? Something's happening. Love it. All right, Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising. Let's see what bit of confirmation and insight Spirit has for you through good magic. All right. Your numbers are 1, 9, and 8. There you go. So those might be important numbers for you this time. Either as whole or rearrange 1s, 9s, 8s. And I'm definitely, it's just calling 198 for me right now. Just think, this is it. Choose. All right, let's see what's on page 190. There we go, 8. On 198 from the chapter entitled Enchanted World, this is all about the incantations. And the one open to on 198 is family happiness. So there may be something about that for you at this time. And of course, it gives all the symbols. And I have no idea what those are, so let's go look that up. I saw that page not too long ago. There you are. Okay. Hold on. Different one. This book is so handy. Alright. But all about family. This is the incantation for, here we go. There we go. For family happiness, to be done during the day when energy is expanding, on a waxing moon for growth, and the west wind for cleansing, purifying, love, and gentleness, and using an herb, a stone, and I don't know what this other thing is. It shows a tree, so maybe it has some being outside in nature. Okay. A happy family can be the source of the greatest pleasures in life. A simple, warm, tender life enriched by the smiles of the children, by the pleasure of sharing one's trouble and victories, by the security of the knowledge of having a close partner, always ready to take you to a place of rest and peace. A family can make possible the enjoyment of those actions, which are the most common and yet the most important in human life. Drinking tea, preparing a meal, or hanging a picture on the wall. In the cozy and safe atmosphere of a happy family, those actions take a totally different quality. Being relaxed and happy and enjoying them, one can find the essence of contentment. The following magic ritual will preserve the happiness of your family, and, more to the point, will help you appreciate its gifts and will show you ways of restoring the harmony should it be impaired. This magic uses the power of earth and should preferably be performed during the day and the time of the waxing moon. The helpful winds would be westerly ones. And we could go on if you would like. I will go ahead and read the incantation for you, okay? Because it's a lengthy instruction, all right? So once you're out there and you got all your stuff together, you can raise your cup, which you poured some of your infusion of rosemary and hawthorn with both hands in front of you, calling out the words, "From earth, my true home, these herbs I welcome. With their powers they will show, in peace and love, the way to go." All right, there you go, Sagittarius. Have a good one. All right, Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. Let's see what section for insight or guidance or confirmation. Take it however it resonates, okay? This book is varied. From Good Magic by Marina Medici. Okay, there you go. All right. Oh, how funny. Okay, I love it. There's progression here. Your first number is 1. Your second number is 2. And your third one is 3. 1, 2, 3. So it could be just steps going up. It could be just some sort of progression. It could just be, counting. There might be some counting vibes going on here. So let's see what's on page 123. All right. Oh, a whole new chapter. That's what it is within the section called In Your Magic Garden. All about the magic of flowers. I'm going to show you the picture because it's pretty. If I can have some space. There we go. Beautiful flowers there. Some I recognize. I see lilies and roses. I see actually a couple types of lilies and roses. I think that's delphinium. I'm not sure about that one. Oh, and gladiolus. All right. So, the magic of flowers. We're only going to read 3 paragraphs, okay? If you love flowers, if while walking down country lanes you find yourself stopping and staring at those little creatures of light and color, if you've been standing over them in wonder, feeling that there must be more to flowers than just the pleasure they give to your sight and smell, then flower magic is for you, and you should choose them as a primary tool. Doing magic with flowers is both very easy and extremely difficult, since there are no hard and fast rules to go by. Contrary to herbs, which have a strong identity of their own and work pretty much in the same way regardless of who is using them, flowers react strongly to outside factors when doing magic. Herbs work best on the physical plane and through a more or less direct interaction with the body. Flowers act on the emotions, and their magic moves through feelings. It is a precise and delightful task learning to know one's own flowers. It means choosing them, watching them, smelling them, having them close by for a length of time, and noticing one's own reactions to the flower's closeness. If a cornflower will always work for me in a fertility filter, it might not do so for you. Therefore, working with flowers is a very creative exercise where you will have to get to know each species and what its use is. Oh, what a great little introduction. I love it. So maybe that's a hint for you to go discover, the flowers that call to you, right? At this time, that may be helpful for you right now. Now, I know it's winter, at least in the northern hemisphere, but you can still get things started, okay? There's plenty of flowers that love cold weather, okay? They love winterness. There's plenty out there. So maybe this is a good opportunity to hit up your local nursery and see what's in bloom, okay? All right, there you go. All right, Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. Let's see what insight, guidance, confirmation, whatever we can pull from Good Magic by Marina Medici. It could just be a loose suggestion. It may be a hint, hint, nudge, nudge about a topic. It may lead you to somewhere else. We'll see what comes up here. All right, the numbers we have for you are 1, 9, and 2. I had to go find it. It went right behind my cup. All right. So, yep, 192. I'm feeling it. Let's do it. I'm down. I'm down, Spirit. That feels right. 192. From the section called Enchanted World. This is actually a spell to aid a new love. Okay? So we're going to start. I'm going to skip some parts of it because it's lengthy instructions. I do need to find a little charty thing for its basic instructions. I forget where it went in this book. You'd think I know this by heart, since I've had this book since I was like 12. Okay, here we go. I loosely followed this book too, so, because you do your magic your way, right? This is just loose suggestions. Wonderful love. Okay. To aid a new love, this one is done. All right. At sunrise for new beginnings. Waxing moon for growth, so that may be significant. And west wind for cleansing, purifying love and gentleness. Involving flowers and fire. Okay. To begin a new love story is always an exciting on the one side and a bit scary on the other. Let us say you have just met someone and all the signs are there. When your eyes meet, something happens. Your body responds to the other person's body. You like these feelings. You know something is going to happen in your life. A new flower has just broken through and is about to show its colors and gives its fragrance to the world. At this delicate stage, you might feel like you don't know what to say, what to do. You might feel shy and embarrassed, especially if you are a shy person anyway, or one who is not so familiar with relating to the opposite sex, or same sex, depending on whatever you're going for. You might even close yourself off and risk putting an end to the whole affair before it even starts. Performing this magic ritual at such a time can help in many ways. It will put you back in touch with your very core, the place where your confidence grows, and it will suffuse, ooh, love that word, the whole situation with helpful vibrations. Suffuse, Suffuse. It is best to have a waxing moon for this ritual, but it might be impractical to wait for one, as this delicate phase at the beginning of a new love might only last for as little as a few days. Just see what the situation is. The ritual involves about half an hour in the evening before going to sleep and the same amount of time in the morning. If you cannot manage to get out of bed early, this ritual is not for you, as the morning part of it must happen at sunrise. Interesting. All right, let's see what else. Earlier that day, you will have provided one simple red rose, which will now be in a vase in your magic space, next to the protector or in any event at your left. The element of fire will answer you. Your new love affair will therefore be a hot, passionate one. Fiery, okay. Prepare 2 red candles for use in the morning. Check the time the sun rises and using the visualization described in the sun magic morning ritual. Let yourself wake up naturally a few minutes before sunrise. As you rise, put something worn on. You can wrap yourself in a blanket, go outside in the garden if you have one, or on the balcony, or sit in front of an open window. With a windsock and compass, check what kind of wind is blowing. If it is the west wind, gentle and romantic, you are in luck, for this is certainly a very good omen to the start of a romance. An east wind is not a bad sign either, meaning that the new start will also expand in other areas of your life. A south wind is a bit hot and fiery for your purpose, unless you are the kind of person who can start off in 4th gear. But if the wind happens to be blowing from the north, it is better you postpone the whole thing to another day, as that is not at all a good sign for your purpose. The north wind is a wind of ending, of banishing, of empty, restful periods. So you'll have some perfume from the rose. As you inhale it, you say these words. With you, Rose, my truest wishes are confided. Very simple, love it. Then take the rose and set to your magic place. Light 2 candles and place one on each side of the rose. They are to burn until the rose has fully flowered and is dead. Wow. All right. I would go with whatever's practical. And fire safe, right? Okay. But, you know, any action. All of this is just layered intention, right? So you can modify it however you want. But I love the idea of it, you know, something new bringing in with lots of warmth, right? So that's like the guide at this situation. Maybe there's some new love coming in that's going to be extremely warm and inviting and fragrant. Okay, there you go. And reds and roses might be signifiers for this situation, right? All right. Until a rose dies, and maybe it'll transcend to the next level after that. And that'll be a sign for you as well. Maybe some sign or synchronicity. This is great. All right, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else we can mention. When the rose is completely dead, take it out of the water and place a few of the dried petals in your spell box to stay there as a safeguard to your love until you have a need for them. Extinguish the candles then and only then by pinching, not by blowing. There will now be nothing to fear either from yourself or from outside circumstances to interfere with your new love. Magically protected, it will grow and bring joy to your life. There is, however, one thing to know about this incantation. I hope this will not happen to you, but if by chance the flower should not open and it should die before coming to full flowering, this would be an unmistakable sign that your new love affair will never get off the ground, and nothing you can do will prevent that. Everyone's got their own free will anyway, right? So, but it's a good sign to pay attention to. All right, there you go, Aquarius. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what Spirit has for you from the book. All right, try to make it quick too. This is an intro. This is the beginning. All right. All right, we have the number 12 for you. So these numbers may have some significance to you at this time, synchronicity or just personal meaning. 5 and 3. All right. I'm feeling page 38. Okay, let's do it. 38. That might have significance too as well. On page 38, we have a picture of a candle, nicely lit. So this is a whole section about preparing for magic. And this particular section is about ordinary tools, okay? These are all those man-made objects which you will need in course of your operations. With them, you have a relationship of utility, and though these things are also made from natural substances and contain magic, you are only using them in that dimension. A magician has quite a few of those tools, depending on what kind of magic he favors. If he likes to work with herbs, for example, he will have many gardening tools as ordinary magic tools. If he likes to work with birds, he will need all the paraphernalia used for keeping birds. The important thing to remember never to use your ordinary magic tools for anything else other than magic. Here is a list of the most needed ordinary tools. The cauldron, the traditional magic tool. This can be a fireproof terracotta or cast iron pot. It is used to boil herbs and other concoctions. Oil lamp and candles, like the one we had seen specifically, so that might be more specific to you at this time. Perhaps you're doing candle magic, or need to have some candles for protection or cleansing or purifying auras and energy of space. All right, oil, lamp, and candles. These are most important because they are the only form of illumination possible when the sunlight or moonlight are not enough. Electric light is, in fact, as bad for magic as garlic is for ghosts. That's cute. All right, notebook and pen. Choose a cloth-bound book, not leather, and use it to record your experiments, your spells, your magical dates. The pen should be a simple loose feather quill, but if you find it too difficult to write with that, choose a good fountain pen. A mirror. This is essential, as mirror magic is very effective and easy. It does not have to be a big one, but when not used for magic, it must be covered with a cloth, black velvet. If you want to avoid embarrassing questions, it is better not to use a wall mirror for this purpose. Of course, mirrors also amplify energy, and that includes paranormal energies as well. Okay, whether they be ancestral or in this dimension or from beyond. Personally, I do not mind having mirrors available. The cup, the incense holder, the brass bowl, the burner. These serve to represent the 4 elements in the magic circle. You also need them in front of you in the opening ceremony. The cup, representing water, serves to contain water or wine and should be silver or ceramic. The incense holder, representing air, can be a ready-made one, brass or wood, for incense sticks, or if you know incense as well, could be a proper censer or thurible. In this book, I don't treat the subject of incenses in detail, as it would take up too much space. Nevertheless, incense is one of the most beautiful ways of doing magic. The brass bowl, representing earth, could also be ceramic, serves to contain rice or other grains. The burner, representing fire, is a cast iron little pot or similar object that serves to light a small wood fire. Now, for me personally, an abalone shell covers quite a bit of those. You know, it's a place where you can do your sacred smoke. It's also representative of water. And you can also go ahead and put wood pieces in it. I also burn Palo Santo and put it in there. So there you go. Palo Santo is wood. And because you're burning it, there's your fire. So it's an all-contained kind of thing. You don't need to have 4 separate things unless you want them. Okay? So if you want to simplify your tools, go for it. The above objects can naturally be used in any rituals or incantations which they might be needed. If, for example, you need to drink a potion, the cup can be used. If you want to burn an herb, use the burner, and so on. The broom, just can't do without it. Choose an old garden one and show it to your friends when they inquire about your magical activities. Brooms are an energy cleansing tool for those who are unaware. But you can also do a hand broom, a hand brush of some sort. Always handy, especially if you're going to be burning incense. You're going to have ashes everywhere. All right, there you go, Pisces. A little basics on tools. Have a good one. Bye.